Everyone, pay attention to what I'm about to say carefully. You will never know how far or how close you are from your goals if you don't know how to measure every single step along the way. What do I mean by this? Now imagine you have a car and that car does not have a fuel gauge. You know what a fuel gauge is? What is used to measure the amount of fuel that is remaining in the car. So imagine you have that kind of car that does not have a fuel gauge, or the fuel gauge is not functioning. Now, anytime you're about to leave the house, you don't even know how much fuel is inside the car, whether the fuel can carry you up to 20 kilometers, whether it can carry you to your destination. You don't even know whether it can carry you to the nearest filling station where you can get gas. So most of what you're doing is based on guesswork. You're just going to take out that car and drive and hope that it doesn't stop along the way. And this is exactly how a lot of us do when it comes to our goals. We don't measure the processes that lead to our goals. So we actually set wonderful goals. We set smart goals. Some of us set measurable goals that, okay, I want to get this at this particular time. And it's a wonderful goal. But the problem is that we don't have a fuel gauge to measure how far we've gone or how the process that we've gone closer to our goals. And this is a huge problem because now you will not know how urgent it is for you to work faster and harder towards your goal. You can find yourself more relaxed when you are not meant to be relaxed. So let me give an example. Let's say by the end of the year, you say you want to get 100 million in your account. Now that's a wonderful goal. You measured it and you felt like, okay, you can actually attain it. Now you're working towards that goal. You're doing some side hustle, you're doing some businesses, you're doing wonderful stuffs. And yes, in your mind, you actually feel that, yes, I'm actually taking steps towards my goal. But you don't measure it. And when you don't measure it, you might not know how much work you actually need to be able to achieve that particular goal. So like, let's say you are having a 100 million naira goal at the end of the year. You will need to break it down into proper steps. You have to find out how much per month that you actually need to generate to be able to reach your goal of $100 million in a year. And you have to break that into weeks also. How much do you need to generate to achieve your monthly goals? How much do you need to generate per day to be able to achieve your weekly goals? And that's how you can be able to measure it and count every step along the way. So every day you have to check, okay, have I reached my financial goals for the day? Have I reached my financial goals for the week? You have to put a number towards this thing. Thereby, you will know that if you are far behind your goal, you will know the amount of money that you need to put much effort towards so that you can be able to achieve your goal. And let's say you found out that you are actually faster than the pace of your goals. It can give you a more relaxed state that, okay, I can be able to balance this thing well. Learn to measure every single aspect of your life, your finances, each time you wake up. If you're a video editor, count how many clients you have, how much they are giving you. Measure every single thing. Measure the time that it takes you to work on a video. Every single thing, let it be written down. With that, you can be able to gauge how you are actually progressing. You can be able to gauge the kind of work that you're putting towards a particular thing, whether you need to add up to that work or you need to subtract from it. Some of us, we just have a vague understanding and feel like, okay, we'll keep progressing. The question is, how much progress are you actually making? You can be making $1 progress in the name of trying to get $100 million. And that $1 progress, yes, it is a progress, but it is not enough for you to achieve your goal by the end of the year. So if you don't measure your goal, you will not know how far you are behind your schedule, how far behind your goals. So learn to count every single thing, everything, measure it, write them down. Write down your goals, write down the steps that it takes to your goal. Measure every day. If you've achieved what you want to get in that day, tick it out, count it, count how much money you've made in a month, count how many clients you've made, how many emails outreach you've done, how many videos you've edited, how many graphics you've worked on. Count everything, measure it. It will give you a sense of skill to see how much you are actually putting in and whether what you are putting in is actually what the result, whether it's all actually going to bring you to the goals that you've actually set for yourself. So learn to measure everything. Have a fuel gauge so that you can know how far your fuel can carry you along. I hope you learned some value from this video. If you did, do give me a like or something. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much, guys. See ya later.